And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Glacial Geek Kill Team Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa Daniil. We're about to fight a kill team battle between my Grey Knights and his Warpcoven kill team with 1,000 suns here. So the story that we've got going on here is that on this planet, a rogue Magos had developed a new power source that he was very excited about. It seemed endless and seemed like it didn't need to be fueled, and it was powering basically the entire planet. He was very proud of himself. Only problem is the reason it was able to do so was that it was tapping into the warp. So when the Inquisition got word of this, they dispatched a kill team of Grey Knights to go take care of that Magos, make him go away, and then to shut down this reactor so that it was not going to cause the problems. When they arrived on the planet, unfortunately, they realized that someone else had also realized what was going on with this reactor, and a 1,000 Suns Warpcoven kill team had arrived on this planet to try to gain the power of this reactor and use it for their own nefarious means. And the two sides found themselves fighting over this reactor. That is the story that we've got going on. We are going to be playing a custom mission. Essentially, there are going to be 3 objectives. 2 regular objectives on one on each side of the board over here. And then in the middle, that glowing orb in the center there will count as 2 for objectives, because what happens is at the end of each turning point, if you control more objectives than your opponent, you will score. If you control more objectives than your opponent, you will score 2 points. If you control, if the players are tied, you will both score 1 point. We are also going to have a victory point as well for each enemy operative that you knock out, so that you take out of action. Essentially, you can score a number of points based upon how many your opponent you kill for your opponent, and also scoring victory points for holding objectives. The center one counts as 2 towards that, so the ones on the outside count as 1. So if I, for instance, controlled the 2 on the outside and he controlled the 1 in the center, we would tie. So that's how that works there. Makes it a little bit more important, but these outside canisters are actually part of the power supply there, so they got to make sure you collect all the information that you can from all of these. So that is going to be the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 kill teams that are going to be fighting it out. Sup, nerds? It's Cool Phil Face here. Just coming to interrupt your video with some information that you might find interesting. This weekend, February 19th and 20th, Phil, the Glacial Geek, will be in Baltimore, Maryland for the Kill Team Open that is occurring there. If you're in the area, make sure to head down. But he's not there to compete, because he will be providing commentary on the stream that will be occurring there for the Kill Team Championships, and I believe also maybe even after dark. So he'll be on there the entire weekend giving you his information as to how all the dice are rolling and all of the actions are occurring and all of the operatives are getting knocked out. Go check him out. He will be there. The stream will be hosted on the Kill Team Stream YouTube channel, their Twitch channel, basically any of their outlets that you can find them there. I will have a link in the description below so you can prepare yourself, and make sure to head on over this weekend. Go say hi, give a woo in the comments, and be there for all of the fun action to see what happens here at the Kill Team Open 2022 in Baltimore, Maryland. Back to the video. So for the Grey Knights, I'll be running a Grey Knight kill team. And for the 1,000 Suns, my opponent will be running a Warpcoven kill team. So those are the 2 kill teams that are going to be fighting it out here. Going over deployment, I have my Justicar on the left flank over here. I've got a Grey Knight over here. I've got my Gunner up on the vantage point over on this side. We have another Grey Knight over here, and a 4th Grey Knight over there. Or 3rd Grey Knight, 4th including the Gunner. Going over deployment for the Warpcoven, we have a Sorcerer on this side along with an Icon Bearer. We've got another Sorcerer up here on the vantage point along with a Gunner down below him over here. We then have a regular 1,000 Sun Rubric Marine over here, and a third Sorcerer. So that's kind of part of the bonus of using these. This is this Warpcoven kill team is actually from the White Dwarf, which is they have the rules for him in there, which is pretty cool. I'm excited to see how they play out on the table here. So that is deployment. We are now going to move into the scouting phase. Essentially, there are 3 options you can choose. You can choose to fortify, which will allow you to place an additional barrier. You can choose to infiltrate, which will allow you to, allow you to recon, which will allow you to change your change one of your activation tokens for one of your operatives during the game. And then the third option, which I believe, no, that might be recon. I think recon is the third one. The second one is infiltrate. The third one is recon, which allows you to make a dash move. This will also help determine who will have initiative going into turning point number 1 using the rock, paper, scissors method. So fortify beats out infiltrate, infiltrate beats out recon, recon beats out fortify. And if there's a tie, tie goes to the attacker. In this case, is my opponent. So we will now choose that, choosing 1, 2, or 3, and at the same time. So we will now reveal. I chose 3, my opponent chose 3. So we are both going to be doing dash actions, and the initiative will go to the 1,000 Suns here on turning point number 1. All right, so into the strategy phase here. At the beginning, we both gained our CP, leaving us with 3 CP to start with. My opponent has then has decided to do spend 1 CP on Exalted Astartes. It essentially allows his guys to either shoot twice with their bolt weapon or fight twice, as long as they did not do either of the other. So you can't shoot and fight twice. You can't fight and shoot twice. You could do 2, but you have to do the other one.
And their psychic powers are also eligible for Shusti.
And their psychic powers are also eligible to shoot twice, which is pretty good too. So that is, he's going to do that. I'm not going to spend anything on strategic ploys this turn. Then we had the target reveal step. My opponent had 2 of his tac ops that he revealed. So he happened to get 2 of the special ones that are now faction specific ones. So he had, the first one he had was Scry Secret. Essentially, you reveal this at the target reveal step of the first turning point, which is what we did. At the end of a friendly operative who performs the Scry Secret action, you can score 1 VP. And at the end of the battle, if they are still alive, then you score an additional VP. The Scry Secret action can be performed by a friendly sorcerer. They have to be within red of the. I choose an operative that is carrying a secret. Then he right now I've chosen my gunner over here, but my opponent can, if he gets within red of him, perform the Scry Secret action, which will allow him to. He has to perform the action within red of him, but not in engagement range. And if he does so, he gets the secret. And then if he survives at the end of the game, he scores an additional VP. So you can score the 2 VP from that. My opponent has also chosen or also revealed Grand Plan. He revealed this at the start of the first turning point. At the target reveal step of the first turning point, I choose an operative from my army, and I choose an objective marker that is more than red from my table, from my player edge. So my player edge is over here, so I had to choose that one over there, and I chose my Justicar. Essentially, if he incapacitates my Justicar, he will score a VP, and if he manages to hold that objective at the end of any turning point, he will score a VP. So that will probably be easier than incapacitating my Justicar, but hey, anything, I mean, you can definitely kill him. So that's obviously something that can happen. So that is going to be it for the strategy phase here. We will come back to you with a firefight step. All right, my opponent has started us off here by activating his sorcerer over here. He moved and dashed onto the objective over here because that's the one he wants to get for victory points. And then he is going to cast Tempiric Discipline's Flux Blast into my guy over here. So it's a shooting action essentially here. He will have 4 shots, looking for 3 pluses. All right, so he gets all 3. He gets 3 regular hits there. So it would have blast, but my guy's not close enough to worry about blast there. So it's going to be 3 regular hits there. I do have 3 saves now, making 2 of them. Getting the 2 there. So I will take 3 damage. All right, my Justicar over here has moved and dashed into position on the objective over on this side. He is now going to fire into his sorcerer over on this side. So I'm going to have 4 shots hitting on 2s. This is relentless, which means I can re-roll any of them. No need to, so there's going to be 4 hits into him over here. So you'll have 3, you can retain 1 as a save automatically because he's in cover.
I'll do that.
And then you get 2 dice that you get to roll now for your saves, looking for 2 pluses, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he got
no, 1. All right, yeah, they were all saves anyway, so we'll just take the 2. So he's got 3 saves in there, so he'll just take the 3 damage.
Okay.
All right, so now his Icon Bearer is going to activate. He is going to fire into my Justicar over here. So he's going to have 4 shots here, looking for 3s. That is going to be 2 crits and 1 regular hit. I will, I'm just going to fish for shots here. I did give him true silver armor, so he's going to have 2-up saves here. But I'm looking for crits to try to cancel out some of those. Oh, buddy, what was that? All right, I got 1 regular save. So I take the 2 crit damage, which I think is probably 8 damage onto him. Ugh, buddy. And then he's going to fire again because he gave them the what is it, whatever, his ability there. Yeah. So he's going to have 4 shots here. That's going to be 3 hits, 3 regular hits. I'm going to retain 1 just because I can, because of cover there, and then roll the other 2. Making both of those finally, so he is okay. Woo! And then he is going to move into position up over here. The reason, usually he has 2 APL, but the reason he got an additional 1 was because when he activated, he was within square of the sorcerer over here, which meant that once per turn, each of the sorcerers can give another Rubric Marine an additional APL when they activate. So he was able to give him an extra APL when he activated. And now my gunner over here is going to activate. He's going to fire his Psy Cannon into his sorcerer over here. So I'm going to have 5 shots here, looking for 3 pluses. That is going to be a crit and 2 regular hits over there. So you've got 3 dice, looking for 3-ups with him. Right there.
He has it in low 4.
He's got it, but I'm not no AP on this, so you're looking for 3-ups. Making 2 of them, so 2 regular ones. So you'll just take the 1 crit damage, which is going to be, let me look that up, 6 damage. We just realized that we had exalted Astartes wrong. It has to be the sorcerer that gets to shoot twice and with different weapons, essentially allowing them to shoot their pistol and do the psychic shooting during the same turn, because technically you can't do those both unless you have that power that you use there. So we're just going to give him back his CP because he thought it was allowing his Rubric Marines to shoot twice, but not the case here. So the second attack didn't do any damage to me anyway, so we're going to call it good there. So everything's fine. All right, so now his sorcerer over here is going to activate. He is going to Doom Bolt into my guy over here. So these are going to be what is it? How many dice?
4.
4 dice, looking for 3s. Getting 1, 2, 3 regular hits over here.
No crits.
No crits. So I will roll my defense dice here, looking for 2. I'll actually retain 1 of the defense dice anyway, and then I will roll 2 more. Ooh, I missed 1. What's the damage on this?
Just 3.
3. No, I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that into a 2, so he is good to go. Woo! And then he will move and dash into position over here. So technically he would also have an additional APL, but he's not going to do anything with it at this point because he used his ability to cast his power for free, the Icon Bearer. All right, so now my operative over here, my regular Grey Knight, he is going to move and dash so that he is within white of the objective over there. We're doing it within white of the middle part is holding there. So he's going to move on to there, and then he's going to fire into his sorcerer over here. So 4 shots, looking for 3s to hit. Re-rolling everything because of Relentless. All right, that's going to be a crit and 2 regular hits. These are looking for 3-up saves. Making all of them. So he is, so what you're going to do is you're going to use 2 to ignore the crit, and then 1 regular one, so you'll just take 3 damage. All right, so now his gunner over here is going to activate. When he activated, he was within square of this sorcerer up here, so the sorcerer will give him an additional APL. And then he went from there. He moved onto the objective in the middle over there, and now he is going to fire into my guy who is back over there on the guy who's back there on the objective. So he's going to have 6 shots with the Soul Reaper cannon.
On 3s.
Looking for 3s to hit. So it's going to be 2 crits and a 2 regular. It's AP -1. So I'm going to have 2 dice to try to save here. I don't know if there's anything I can do about this. No. So I'm going to have 1 regular save. Yeah, he is dead because he only had 8 wounds left after getting shot in the face. Boom. My guy is now going to activate, move and dash into position over here, and then he's going to fire into his sorcerer over there. So I've got 4 shots. He does have Psybolt ammunition, which means that he gets +1 damage to his Stormbolter here. So hitting on 3s. That is going to be 3 regular hits here. So you've got 3 3-up saves. Failing all of them. So he is definitely going to be dead.
A reroll.
And then he's going to activate his Rubric Marine over there, who moved up to position over there, and is now going to fire into my Grey Knight over on this side. So he's going to have his 4 shots with his bolter, looking for 3s to hit. All right, so that's going to be 3 regular hits. I'm going to retain 1 for cover, and then have 2 more 3-up saves. Making 1, failing 1. All right. And then I activated my last guy over here. He moved up into position over here. Then he is going to spend he's going to spend 1 APL to perform the psychic ability, Astral Aim, which gives him the no cover rule. And then he's going to fire into his sorcerer over on this side. So no cover. So he does not get to retain 1 automatic save. So I'm going to have 4 shots here, looking for 3s to hit. Getting 1 crit and 3 regular hits. So you're going to have 3 dice, but he's the one with a 2-up save. But you have to roll him. All right, makes a crit and 2 regular, so he will just take 3 damage from me. And then his leader over there, he gave him the boon at the beginning of flight, so he just shot over to the side over there, and then he's going to cast Firestorm onto my guy over on this side. So he's going to have 5 dice, looking for 4 pluses. Goo, okay, not getting anything. And my opponent's going to spend a CP to reroll one of those. Nope, no hit. Okay.
Shirt.
4. All right, so that's going to be the end of the first turning point here. My opponent does control the center objective, which you said was going to be counting as 2. And I only control the one on the side here. So he'll score 2 points for holding objectives, and we both scored 1 point each for taking out enemy operatives. And that is going to be it. None of us have scored anything on our secondary, so now we're going to roll off. So you have the initiative going into turning point number 2. I rolled a 3, my opponent rolled a 5, so it will be to the Thousand Suns once again. So into the strategy step of turning point number 2, we both gain a CP. We then go into the tactical ploys step here. My opponent spent 1 on, what was it called? Something sorcerer?
Excuse a change.
No.
Psychic Dominion.
Psychic Dominion, which allow his sorcerers to cast 2 powers during his turning point instead of just 1. And then I spent 1 CP on Bolter Discipline, allowing them to shoot their Storm Bolters twice if they so desired with the APL. And then my opponent spent 1 CP during the target reveal step to get rid of one of his things. It's called Schemes of Change. So the 1 CP allows him to take one of his tactical, not the tactical ploys, the tac ops here, and exchange it. So basically he discards this one. So he discarded damage limitation because he was like thinking I'm going to be killing some more of his guys. It's going to be harder for him to keep that down. And then he draws randomly out of the 3 that were discarded at the beginning of his ploys there, or his tactical ops. He draws randomly one of those 3, and he drew another one. So he said he felt better about that one than this one. So that's good. That's what it's for. Pretty fun. So that is going to be it for the strategy step here. We will come back to you with a firefight step of the second turning point. All right, so my opponent's first activation will be his Icon Bearer, who activated within square of his sorcerer over there. So he had 3 APL, but he's just going to move, and then he's going to shoot into my Justicar over here. So he's going to have 4 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, rerolling 1s because it's ceaseless, but that's nothing there. So he's got 1 crit and 2 regular saves. I'm going to have 3 2-up armor saves. Making all regular saves, so I'll ignore the crit and a regular one and take 3 damage and still be alive. Barely, but alive. All right, so into my activation, I'm going to activate my gunner back over here. He's going to use his first APL to cast Astral Aim on himself, so he gets to ignore the cover. And then he's going to fire into his Psyker over, the Sorcerer over there. So it's going to be 5 shots here, hitting on 3s. That's going to be a crit and 3 regular hits. So you have to roll your dice there. So he's going to have 2-up armor saves.
He has a save of +1.
Yes, so he's got 2-up armor saves. Making all 3 but the damage is, yeah, all the three regular ones will ignore those 3, so that will give him 6 damage, putting him down to 1 wound left. And now he's going to activate his sorcerer over here, who is going to fire into, or he's going to do 2 of his psychic powers, one of which is going to be free from the guy over here.
Yep.
So the first one was going to be, what was it? Weave of Fate, which means he gets to reroll his defense dice when he's getting shot at, which is pretty good. And then he is going to use an APL to cast Doombolt into my Justicar over here. So he's going to have 4 dice, looking for 3 pluses. Getting 3 hits over there.
No lethals.
So now I have 3 dice here. These are going to be looking for 2 up saves because he has the armor there. Making all of them, so he is good to go. Woo! And then his second APL will be to charge into my Justicar, and then he is going to do his third APL to fight me. So he did the 2 psychic powers, one of which was free because he was within range of the icon bearer. And then he has 3 APL, so the second psychic power was the first APL, third APL is charge, third APL is going to be fight. So second APL was charge, third APL is going to be fight. So we're going to roll his, because if he gets any hits, he's just going to kill me because he will strike with it. I've only got 1 wound left.
I'm going to do the Prospering Kopesh because basically they get double weapons.
1 second. He's going to be with the staff here. So looking for
3s.
3s?
Yep.
Okay, looking for 3s with the staff. Yep, he's got a 3, so he is dead. So my operative over here is going to move and dash onto the objective, and then he's going to shoot his sorcerer in the face. So I'm looking for 3s to hit. I get 4 hits here. So actually, you only have the 3 dice for your save.
Yeah,
so he's only got the 1 wound left. So even if he gets all 3 of these hits, saves, he is still going to be dead. Now his Rubric Marine over there moved onto the objective and is now going to shoot into my Grey Knight over here. So he's going to have 4 shots here, looking for 3s to hit.
And he's ceaseless.
And he's got ceaseless, so he's going to have reroll 1s, but no 1s there. So that's going to be 2 regular hits. I'm going to retain 1 save, and then looking for 3 ups. Getting that fill phase, so that will save me. So now I'm going to activate this guy over here. He is going to start by shooting into the Rubric Marine on the objective over there. So it's going to be 4 shots here, hitting on 3s. That is going to be 2 crits and a regular hit. He makes a crit and 2 regular saves, so he can take care of the 2 crits, but that will still do 4 damage to him because of him having the Cybolt ammunition. And then we are going to rinse and repeat into him over here because I spent on the Bolter Discipline over here. So that is going to be just a crit and a regular hit.
Do it again.
Gets a crit and no other hit, so that's going to be additional 4 damage into him over there. And his last APL would be to move over to there. And now his gunner is going to activate with the Soul Reaper Cannon, firing into my Grey Knight over on the side over here. So he's going to have 6 shots here. These are going to be hitting on 3s. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits.
Yeah, he's AP1 Fusillade.
AP1. So I'm going to have looking for 3 ups. Making 1. So that's going to be still going to be 4, which is going to be enough to kill him. And his second APL will be to move into position around over here. And then my gunner is going to overwatch over here. He's going to fire into him over there. So I'm going to have 5 shots here. He does have astral aim, so he doesn't, I mean, I don't think he's getting cover anyway. Yeah. So he's going to have 5 shots here, looking for 4s to hit because it is an overwatch shot. That is going to be just the 1 hit, 1 regular hit. So he's got 3 dice to try to get a save. You know what? I'm going to spend a CP to reroll 1.
Go for it.
Nope, not meant to be.
Would you like a shirt?
And here we go. Yeah, he's good to go.
Overhead.
And then his guy over here is last guy. His leader here is going to move and dash into position over there, and then he's going to firestorm me over here. So, looking for 4s. Okay, that's going to be 1 crit. I have 3 dice. I have to roll them because I can't take any saves. It's barrage, which means that I check from above, and there's nothing covering him from above. But I did get the fill phase, so he's good to go. All right, so that's going to be the end of Turning Point 2 here. At the end there, my opponent did He does control more than me because he controls the middle one and the one back over there, scoring him additional 2 points for that. He killed 2 of my operatives during this, incapacitated 2 of my operatives during this turning point, so he scored 2 points for that. He also scored 2 points for Grand Plan, his TAC op, his faction-specific TAC op, because he managed to kill the guy that I chose, and he holds the objective that I chose, scoring him 2 points for that, giving him a grand total of 10 points right now. I controlled, I do not have any, I do control 1, but it doesn't score me any points. And I did kill 1 operative of his, scoring me 1 point. So it is 10-2 here at the end of the second turning point. So we will now roll off to see who will have initiative going into the third turning point. I rolled a 5, my opponent rolled a 3, so it will be the Grey Knights here on turning point number 3. All right, so into the strategy step here, we both gained our CP. I'm going to spend 1 CP on Shock Assault, allowing me to fight twice in my turn. My opponent did not spend any of his APL on any strategic ploys, but he did in the target reveal step hold the line, essentially trying to keep me away from his deployment zone, which should be good. This is the one that he got that he switched out the other one for. So this is probably definitely going to work out for this one. So that is going to be it for the strategy step. We will come back to you with the firefight step. All right, so now we are I'm going to activate my guy over here, who is going to declare a charge into his guy over this side. Oof. I'm going to have 5 attacks here, looking for 3s. You have how many attacks?
Attacks total?
With your fist? 3 attacks, looking for 3s as well.
I've got punchies.
So he's got the fist. So we'll roll off. Okay. So
do you want to burn or reroll?
You're just going to have that. All right. Once my opponent's going to spend a CP to reroll. Oh, nope, not getting a hit there. So I parried. What I'm going to do is the first thing I'm going to do is parry his 1 hit that he got. And then I'm going to strike for 6 damage because it's lethal 5+ on the force weapon here, and doing 6 damage on that crit. And because I have spent on Shock Assault, we are going to attack again. Fight again. So he's got 3 attacks looking for 3s. All right. With that 6, with that 1 crit, I'm going to strike with it, doing 6 damage to him, which will kill him. And that will score me Robin Ransack. And now his gunner over there is going to activate, firing into me over here. So he's going to have 6 shots. Hitting on 3s. Woo, that is real good. That is going to be...
I don't think I need to reroll.
3 crits and 1 regular hit. I'm going to roll my defense dice. Getting just the 1 crit. So it's going to do... What's the damage on these?
It's bad.
On the gunner?
Yeah, gunners do... It's going to be 3-4.
3-4.
AP 1. AP -1.
Oh, it's AP -1?
Yeah.
Oh, then let me roll again because I got that one. So it's just going to be the 2 regular, which is going to cancel out the same thing, cancel out a crit. So it's going to be 3-4. So that's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11 damage, which, ooh, that might exactly kill him. Yep, 11 damage is exactly enough to kill him. All right, and then I'm going to activate my guy over here. He's going to use Astral Aim, and he is going to target his leader over there. So he's going to have 5 shots here, hitting on 3s. That is going to be all hits. So you have 3 looking for 3s, getting 1 save. I don't know even if it's going to be enough. My opponent's going to spend a CP to reroll 1 into a save, so he's going to be alive with 1 wound left. And now his guy over here is going to activate. He's going to fire into my gunner. So he's going to have 4 shots here, hitting on 4s because he is wounded. That is going to be 1 crit and 2 regular.
But you got your cover.
Yep, I'll take the cover. So I'll take the first regular save.
And
then
AP1.
These are AP1?
Yeah, I didn't realize. Oh, but I'm ceaseless too.
So yeah, so reroll that 1. Yep. Okay, not meant to be. So these are AP1. So I've got the 1 I'll take as a regular. And then no, nothing there. So I ignore 1 of the regulars. And what's the damage on these? 3, 4. So it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7 damage into him. And then I'm going to overwatch into his leader over there. I'm going to be hitting on 5s because of wounded and because of overwatch. Did get 1 crit in there. Astral aim, so you cannot take a save. So you're going to have to roll 3 dice. Looking for crit or 2 regular saves.
I got no rerolls either.
But he gets it. He is good to go. All right, so now his leader is going to activate. He is going to do Firestorm onto me over here. So he's going to have 5 dice looking for 5s because he is wounded. Getting 1 hit. But I make plenty of saves. He is good to go. All right, so that's going to be the end of the turning point there. My opponent does control more than me, getting 2 points for that. He did score a point for hold the line, and he did kill one operative during that turning point. We are now going to roll off to see who has initiative going into the last fourth and final turning point. I rolled a 5, my opponent rolled a 3, so it will be advantage to the Grey Knight. All right, strategy step. We are not going to reveal anything. We begin our CP, not going to spend anything, and then we will go into the firefight step. Starting off, my gunner is going to do Astrolabe and then fire into the sorcerer over here. 5 shots, hitting on 4s because he is wounded. So that's going to be 2 regular hits there.
Oof.
I'm actually going to spend a CP to reroll one.
Nice.
Nope, not meant to be. And that's, oh, he's not going to make it. You're going to spend a CP to reroll?
Would it help?
I mean, yeah, because
sure.
because if you get another one, you'll be good.
So be it.
All right, I'm going to spend a CP to reroll it.
So
this is 1 CP.
This one. Here we go.
No, does not make it, so he is going to be dead. All right, so now I reveal Deadly Marksman here. So he was my Deadly Marksman, getting no points for that yet, but it's been revealed. But I did score Headhunter for 1 point because it is the 4th turning point. And then this guy over here is going to fire into my dude bro over this side. So he's going to have 4 shots hitting on 4s because he is wounded. Oh, baby, that's how you do that. Nothing I can do about that. He is just going to be dead. And with that, the Grey Knights are wiped, and it is a victory to the Warpcoven. I really like that kill team. The Warpcoven are awesome. It's really fun to see them, the way they synergize and work together and do some really awesome things. So it's fun to see what they could do there, just going with an all rubric one. It would be kind of interesting to see if you had more swarm with the Zangors, but I don't think it's necessary. This is pretty awesome the way it worked out here. So yeah, that was a pretty brutal game, but it was a ton of fun to be able to play. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek. As always, my opponent's been Neil, and until next time, stay safe and have fun.